Who was the most frightening child you've ever met that you have no doubt would grow up to be a dangerous adult? I was 13 when my mom started dating this guy named Paul. Seemed decent enough at first, had a steady job, decent manners, drove a Honda like a responsible adult. The problem? His 9-year-old son, Ethan. To the world, Ethan was a perfect angel. Bright blue eyes, polite as hell, please and thank you, like it was built into his DNA. Teachers raved about how well-behaved he was. My mom couldn't stop gushing about how mature and calm he was, compared to other rowdy boys his age. But I saw the real Ethan. First red flag was during just his second visit to our house. My little sister Emma was playing with her dolls in the living room. Ethan sat beside her, and within minutes, she was crying. I ran in and found him sitting there calmly while Emma rubbed her arms, which had these weird little purple bruises. I'm teaching her not to scream so much. It's annoying, he said, dead serious. When I told my mom, she brushed it off. Boys can be rough sometimes, she said. He's probably just trying to play. Cool, if play now includes tactical emotional warfare and pain compliance. But it got way worse. One afternoon, I came home from school to this horrible sound, like a cat yowling in pure panic. It was coming from the laundry room. I ran in and found Ethan standing in front of the dryer, which was running. Inside was our cat, Whiskers, tumbling in the drum. I screamed, yanked the door open, pulled Whiskers out. She was shaking and panting, but thankfully alive. Ethan just stood there, totally calm, hands folded in front of him. I wanted to see how many spins it could handle before it stopped moving, he said, like he was explaining how a toaster works. I went full nuclear and told Paul. He got this awkward look on his face and said, kids are naturally curious. He didn't mean any harm. Right, curious. Like a young Ted Bundy with a subscription to popular science. But the moment that solidified everything, the point where I knew this kid wasn't just messed up, but actually dangerous, happened a few months later. It was 2 a.m. I woke up to the smell of smoke, bolted downstairs and found Ethan in the kitchen, standing at the counter, grinning while a pile of burning newspapers filled the sink with flames. The fire was creeping up toward the curtains. He wasn't panicking, wasn't even trying to put it out. He looked happy. I grabbed the sink hose, blasted the fire, then dragged Ethan outside by the arm. He fought me the whole time, trying to run back inside like I was ruining Christmas. You ruined it, he hissed. I wanted to see how far it would spread. I wanted to watch it all burn. My mom and Paul came running out in their pajamas. When I explained what happened, Paul hit us with another classic. He's just experimenting. Boys and fire, you know. But my mom, she looked terrified. Things unraveled fast after that. A few weeks later, the neighbor's storage shed burned down in the middle of the night. Fire department ruled it suspicious, possibly arson. No one could prove anything, but I already knew. Then one day, I needed a pencil and went digging through Ethan's backpack. That's when I found the sketchbook. Page after page of houses on fire, stick figures trapped in windows, blacked out eyes, open mouths like they were screaming, and underneath each drawing, names, kids from school, my sister's name, my name. I showed my mom. She went completely pale, just stared at the pages like they were written in blood. Finally, she whispered, maybe he's just working through feelings, the divorce, the change. But her voice was shaking. 2 weeks later, she broke up with Paul. Never gave me a full explanation, but one night I heard them arguing behind her bedroom door. Paul was yelling, you're overreacting. He's just a kid. And my mom said, calm but firm, that child scares me, Paul. I can't have him around my children. Years passed. Emma and I moved on. We actually managed to forget about Ethan until college. I was scrolling through social media one night when a headline stopped me cold. Man arrested for arson. 3 firefighters injured during house collapse. There was Ethan's face, now 20 years old, right next to a mugshot. He'd set fire to an abandoned house and nearly killed 3 people. The article said it wasn't his first. Multiple suspicious fires had been linked to him over the years, but they'd never had enough to charge him, until now. I wasn't shocked, not even a little. Ethan wasn't just a troubled kid. He was something else, something darker, and I knew the whole time.